A good teacher ran a free cram school and asked parents to keep it secret. As the college entrance exam drew near, a parent brought a woman, claiming she was the child's aunt. The teacher let her in, but the woman showed her it was from the Education Bureau's inspection team. The teacher realized he'd been tricked. It turned out that this parent had lied, saying the teacher forced everyone to go to his wife's printing shop to make money. In reality, the teacher charged only 5 yuans for 200 pages of materials, including the cost of ink. This parent had once begged the teacher with tears to take her son. All these parents were ordinary workers, unable to afford cram schools that cost thousands of yuan per class, so they had come to him for help. The teacher had been teaching all his life, and this act of kindness might ruin him. Facing everyone's cold stares, he still reminded the students to look at the questions he'd made before the exam, then was taken away by the inspectors for questioning. Meanwhile, this parent secretly met with the boss of Yanfei Education. They'd already made a deal. If she could shut down the teacher's cram school, her son could enter Yanfei's Tsinghua guaranteed class that cost 10,000 yuans per session. The boss also told her to find more parents to cause trouble, wanting to send the teacher to prison. During questioning, the teacher admitted running the cram school but denied making money. The inspector didn't believe him, so he checked the teacher's home. It was very poor. Then he visited his wife's printing shop, where the walls were covered with newspapers to block the wind. His wife said that because the children called her anti-teacher, she printed 200 test papers and only charged 5 yuans, but the inspector still thought the teacher was pretending to be a good person. On the day of the college entrance exam, that parent's son memorized Yanfei's must-test questions, while another boy who trusted the teacher reviewed the questions the teacher had made. Both entered the exam room. Leaders of the inspection team came to the school, heard about the rule-breaking teacher and went to question him. The teacher insisted he hadn't made money, but that parent brought a group of people to make trouble, saying the teacher tricked everyone into going to his wife's shop, damaging the reputation of teachers. The teacher couldn't hold back. He said he'd only charged 5 yuans in 3 months for 137 pages of materials. Those questions were the result of his 20 years of teaching experience. Someone had offered him 500,000 yuans to buy them, but he refused. He just wanted the children to get more points. The leaders were surprised. Outside, 100 pages cost at least 80-90 yuan, so charging 5 yuans was clearly a loss. But the inspector sneered and said he was lying. When a reporter asked about the 500,000 yuans, a leader said that if he'd been a college entrance exam question setter, 5 million yuans would be possible. But the principal said he'd never mentioned this, and to close the case quickly, he fired him on the spot. In this way, the parents' lies sent him to prison. He couldn't figure out what good this did for the children. That parent proudly said that Yanfei had given must-test questions to guarantee admission to Tsinghua. The teacher shouted that it was a scam and would harm the child, but she laughed at him. At that moment, her son ran over crying and said he'd failed the exam.